Hey y'all, it's Stream from where the Yoko's grown. As you can see, I am sitting out here in the backyard, and I thought before I start this next video, I'd give you a little update on what's going on so you're not confused. As you all know, if you've been here long enough, when I am filming in the front yard, my neighbors love to come and visit with me. It is the craziest thing. The second they see me out there with the camera, here they come. Well, this video has all the goodness of a great start of a cleanup of a garden in the front. And it was going so well until one of my neighbors showed up and I had to stop filming. But I did not stop cleaning because it is so hot here. When it's early in the morning like this, you got to get everything done as fast as you can, you know, before it gets too hot, because it's just too hot to be outside. So I continued to clean even though I didn't get to record all of it. And so in this video, you're going to see me begin to clean. I'll be in a completely different outfit, and you'll get to see just the beginning of it, and then I'll show you what it looks like afterwards, after it's all done. Plus I'll show you the new baby starts they're gonna be going up there. And there's a little bit of cleanup in the backyard as well. Not much. We just prepared the gardens to get ready for fall planting, and then we also replanted some of our Sweet 100 cherry tomatoes. So I hope you enjoy the video. Again, I'm sorry we had to make some adjustments, and there's a change of clothes, but I hope you enjoy it. So let's get to it. Okay y'all, here's the situation. You can see I've got a lot of cleaning up to do. I've got to get a whole bunch of dead fall. The tansies are just starting to bloom, so I want to get all that dead stuff away from it. We're going to plant some more carrots over here. A bunch of them just did not come up. So let me show you the tomatoes. Now, if you saw the video where I released the predatorial mites, you can see that a great many of them, which are all the orange hats, are all bouncing back, but they've got some dead stuff on it. So I want to get out here, clean that up, tie these tomatoes up to their poles, and then this bed, this entire bed, I'm removing all of these indeterminates. I'm removing all of these indeterminates out of this bed because they are just, you know, the tomatoes, they don't stand a chance just coming up on the top there. They need some these little branches are just a little too flimsy. So these are all coming out. This bed I've already cleaned out and amended, and I'm going to be taking that tomato out. Going to tie up some of these sunflowers. You can see that they've fallen over. Look up. Get them all. We're just going to do a lot of cleaning in the garden today. This bed is doing just fine, but I got to do something with this marigold right here. Then I've got some of these cosmos. We're going to harvest some of these flower seeds, and we're going to cut these cosmos back because it's just time. All of these are getting removed today. We're removing all of these, amending the bed, and this, I don't know if I'm going to, yes, this run will have, I've got new baby tomatoes that I got at the nursery, so that's all going in there. We've got some cleanup over here I need to do. I've got some basil that I'm letting go to seed, and I think we're ready, so I can go ahead and get those off. You can see it's just a mess. And then check out what my squirrels are doing. Can you all see way up there? I've got a squirrel that's climbing this, and he's eating the sunflowers off the top of that. So we've got a lot of cleaning over here to do. Just, it's a mess. When I went on vacation, came back a couple of weeks later, I've been busy with getting stuff ready for school. The kids start school on Monday. Today is Sunday, which that means tomorrow is Monday. They're starting school. I've got to get out here. Some of these are, I don't want to go to seed, or going to seed. Get those off. Clean up some of these branches. I got tomatoes on all of these, but a lot of cleanup. Some of my bees coming in. So let's turn this camera around, and we'll get to it. had to stop and put on my sweat bandana because I am sweating. But I wanted to let you know why we cleaned this out. You can see I left one plant, and of all the plants, it's the one is the healthiest since between spraying and putting the predator mites out, it's the one that has done the best, so it has been left in order to grow and produce more fruit. But the rest of them, between the sun damage and the damage left over from the spider mites, to me they were just struggling too much, so I made the move to take them out, because I have Sweet 100 plant starts that I'm going to replant this, and that'll be in another video. But let's go look at the baby. Here comes, speaking of babies, here comes the other one. Let's go look at the baby sprouts that we planted up in the other video that just came out before this one. Okay, y'all, I couldn't find my handheld thing, so for my camera, I'm gonna try to hold this as still as I can. You can see these are the seeds that we planted on. These are the marigold seeds that we planted, that we did a video on, and I'll link that down in the description for those of you who haven't seen it. You can see that not all of the seeds are germinating, but at least something is germinating in the trays. Here's all of our brassicas. This is a celery tray, and this one right here is a celery tray, and neither of those are germinating, but they take about 21 days. This one is the kohlrabi, and you can see they're just barely starting to break the surface. And then here's the queen of all of them. These are the beans and the cucumbers and the cilantro, and they are just, doing what they do. Another one of the marigolds. This is our rainbow chard, and this one is our opal basil. Okay, you all, I'm out here in the evening hours. Sorry, neighbors. I'm out here in the evening hours because it just gets too sunny during the day over here to try and film. Plus, it's just extremely hot. Let me show you what I got done. Y'all didn't get to see me clean this bed or that bed in the video. I ended up taking out these tomatoes, started looking at them, realized I had all new spider mites on them, and I was like, you know what? I'm done dealing with them. Best thing to do, get rid of them, shove them in a trash can, and get them out of here. So in this bed right here, I will be planting some new orange, they're not orange chef, but they're orange tomatoes, and some celebrity tomatoes that I have, some tomato starts, and I'm probably gonna put one right here at the front and one right there at the front, and then along that trellis over there on that side, all the cucumber babies that you saw, they're all going to go over here. And I think on this side I'm going to plant, I think they're called purple pole beans, so that's what I'm going to plant on this side. And then in the video that you actually got to see me record, I cleaned up. This is the cosmos. I cleaned up the cosmos, ended up taking out this tomato right here, discovered it had a lot of powdery mildew damage, and it's just like this one right here. If you look close, it's got that yellowing leaf disease, plus by the looks of it, it may even have spider mites. So I may end up taking that one out, but for now I took just that one out and I cleaned everything up. We removed all of these right here, and I decided I'm not going to plant tomatoes in this one. I am going to save this probably for all of my kohlrabi, because I planted a lot of them. So I decided to save this bed right here just for that, and then the tomatoes, because I only have 5 tomatoes, so I can get 4 in there, and maybe, no, yeah, I believe I have 5 tomatoes, so I can get 3 in there and 1 at each of the fronts of these 2 beds. But we took out all of the tomatoes that were there, and then there was a tomato that was right here in the front of this bed, and we took that out as well. Cleaned up some of these flowers that were right here. We took out those flowers. My husband You can see that line running across right there for the watering. So he hasn't been over here for some reason in this spot with the weed eater. And then this sunflower, she is doing really good. I went ahead and just propped those sunflowers back there up on the trellis, but I don't have a stake tall enough. So I have a sunflower right there, and then I have one, if you can see it, kind of going across the back that I need to get something done with. I cleaned up and harvested some of the flowers, but it looks like I got some more that are ready to harvest, these zinnias, so I can get the seeds. And then over here, I've just got some things that I need to stake up. And then I think I'm going to take, you see this tomato right here and this one right here, we're going to take those out, try and stake some of these zinnias back up. And then I've got some grow bags in the back that have old tomatoes in it that I still need to take out. And this beauty is kind of starting to bounce back. I see new blooms on it, so maybe there's hope for her after all. But that's how the garden looks after getting it cleaned out. I still got some more cleaning to do, and I've definitely got to go get for all of the beds, I need to go get some organic manure and humus compost and get those, those beds amended and get them ready for planting. We have a lot of planting going on over the next few days, and that'll be all in different videos, and you all will get to see that. Most of that is just direct seed sowing, and then I've got, of course, those tomato starts I gotta get. So let me know down in the comments, are you all cleaning your beds or cleaning out your gardens and cleaning out your grow bags and getting ready for fall? Are you gonna plant a fall garden? I'd love to know about what you're gonna plant. You know how I love talking to y'all. I love hearing what y'all are doing. It's one of my favorite things. I love meeting and talking to other gardeners. It's one of my favorite pastimes, is just to talk. Whew, I had to sit down. Of course, my neighbors are coming out across the street. They weren't outside when I started this, but it's been a hot day. I got a lot done in the back, and I've gotten a lot done in the front. Still got a lot more to go with planting all of our fall garden stuff, getting some more seeds direct sown. I'm gonna be starting beets in the next week. I'm gonna be starting peas in the next week. More turnips, more carrots. I'm gonna do rutabaga. I'm probably a little late at getting that going, but I'm thinking I may have enough time to at least get some small ones before we start getting really heavy, cold nights and frost nights. You all take care of yourself, you keep your heads up, and as always, no matter how you do it, you keep growing, and I will see you in the next video. Look out. Bye-bye, y'all.